Hi friends, it's Becky, and today I'm going to be opening up and organizing the Grateful Hearts Softflex design kit. I'm going to be opening up the design kit and also the Jesse James bead strand that was curated to go with the kit by Jesse James Beads. In my in the package that I got with my bead strand and all that, I got one of the packs of buttons that they were sending out. So I'll open that in a minute and show it to you, but I also picked out some check glass beads that they had like on clearance that I thought, looking at this, might actually go really well with this kit. So I love these arabesque beads, and I think they still have some of these available. I'll put links to the arabesque beads in the description below if you wanted to get some too. But we've got the design kit to take a look at and go through. So there's a list of all the things in here over here, and then we've got all of that, and then these are really cool. They are just these opaque but very light blue. This is my mom's favorite color of blue, by the way, this like Alice blue, light blue. So I'm probably going to be making something for her with this, and it's very likely that there's going to be some things in the in this kit that will also go with it too. And again, this was on the Softflex site. When I put in my order, I included some of the check glass that they had available, but these are the buttons. This was a free with purchase group of buttons, and I've mentioned it on my channel before that if you want to kidnap Becky, just put a sign on the side of your van that says free buttons, and I will climb right in and start sorting through them, because like, take a look at these glittery guys. They have a little glass shank at the back, and then you got these two. They're a matched pair with this pretty white glass. These ones have like a fabric texture. It's not actually fabric, it's just a texture on the glass and a color on the glass that makes it look like fabric. These would have been absolutely perfect on like a tweed blazer or something. Oh, and then you got this guy who is just really interesting shaped. And this one with a little bit of texture inside the glass. This guy here, which has another woven texture on the outside, but a nice AV finish as well. And this one has a broken shank, but that is okay because I am going to bezel this with some seed beads. So that's going to be a project that I'm going to do, is bezel that one with some seed beads, because no shank, no problem. It is pretty enough that it can be part of a focal. And then we've got a cup button. These are fantastic as closures in a beading design. And like, I cannot complain about getting one out of this entire bag of buttons with a broken shank, because they were free with purchase. So it's not like I was paying any extra money for them. It's not like that happened at all. And definitely turning some lemons into lemonade by doing a bezel with some seed beads and making a design with that. That is definitely going to happen for me. Like the fact that I'm taking the broken one out of that and being like, this is the first thing that I'm going to make something with it, it just tells you like what kind of mindset I have. Anyway, so this is the Softflex design kit. Now, Softflex design kits are not a subscription. They will usually reveal the kit on the last Wednesday of the month, and that's usually the day that the next month's kit will go up for sale. When it goes up for sale, they also put the bead strand up for sale because it's not part of the kit, it's just curated to go with it, and that usually gives you a really good idea of what kind of colors you're going to find inside the kit. So it kind of helps with making your purchasing decision. If you see a bead strand that has a bunch of colors that you're not that into, maybe you don't want to get a kit that month. But if you see one that has a bunch of colors that you're like, I love pink and blue, let's go, It's sort of a no-brainer to go ahead and purchase one of these. And that's one of the reasons I love the bead strands. Also because the way Jessie James Beads just puts them together is fantastic. The Softflex design kits will come with several beads, some findings. There's usually a component that's a little bit of a challenge because while they're fantastic for beginning beaders, they're also a nice challenge for experienced beaders as well. It comes with everything that you need to be able to create jewelry from it, including a full-size spool of Softflex wire and some findings. So it is a great kit for beginning beaders. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, that's a Green Girl Studio. Look at that. It's handmade pewter opal. All right, let's get this open and take a look at it. I am going to be sorting through the bead mixes while I get them in here to be organized, and I'll be opening this up and getting it organized in my container too. Take a look at that. Grateful heart. We've got some heart beads, some turquoise beads, some pink beads. This is going to be fun. Some fuchsia beads. This is going to be fun to make some stuff with. I love it already. We've got some check glass beads. Looks like we've got some light blue pinch beads. Some fire polish in pink. Ooh, these are fantastic. Look at these coin beads with their pink inclusions. See so far how great these two go with it. Yeah, and they're separate purchases, but they're really not, they did not cost that much, and I think this might be a good accent with these as well. There's not a lot of black in the rest of this, so, but there is a little bit, so that might be an actual. And then we've got another bead mix. It comes with some 2x2 crimp tubes. Softflex crimps are some of the best ones out there, so it's nice that we have them. And it looks like the color of wire that we get with this is pink tourmaline. Perfect, perfect. All right, I am going to sort through these after I get the strands in their sections. So let me open up these bead strands and get them put away. This is a 15 grit organizer. I like to sort my monthly bead boxes into that because when I'm designing, when I'm creating my jewelry designs from it, I like to be able to see all of the beads all together in one section. It helps me stock them easier. If I leave them in the bag that they came in, then I will never use it. So I like having them in here with this. And actually, I think I might have the same color of fire polish beads left over from this one. Are they the same color? It's also possible that I bought that strand and that it didn't come with it. I can't remember it coming with it or not. But yeah, I have more of these beads. I'm just going to put them all in here because this was, I cleared out my my organizer for this one. And honestly, I should have just left these in there because that's exactly where I put them in the last one. So they're going to get used in some jewelry design with this one. There we go. Yeah, that might have been a separate bead strand that I was like, oh, this will go, and then I decided it didn't go. So it's kind of perfect that the next month, the following months, had the same color of check glass as what I had thought would go. All right. So when I'm doing my designs, keep in mind that I have 2 strands of that check glass, and you can get more of these on the Softflex website. Honestly, that's where I got that second one from. Then we've got this one. I'm gonna grab my little plate because that way you can see the color and the swirls a little bit easier, and I can pull it up here closer to the camera for you to get a good look. without having that background getting in the way. All right, and pinch beads are fantastic. I did a beaded chain last month using some red pinch beads, and it looked fantastic. It looked so good. And I might do another beaded chain with these, especially since September, the coming up month, is the month that I'm going to be doing my beaded chain challenge. For that, and honestly, let's see, those two go together really well. For my beaded chain challenge, it's just me challenging myself to make at least 2 beaded chain necklaces a week for the entire month. So I think it is 100% a doable challenge for me. I did it last year. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of things, and I also challenged myself to make some different styles of beaded chains. So hopefully you will join me with that, with making some of these, but I think I really like the way that pinch beads look in a beaded chain, so I'm definitely going to be using that in one of my designs and making that as part of my challenge. All right, let's open up the strand first, the Grateful Heart strand. And I do also want to just say real quick how grateful I am for all of y'all for watching my little videos with me, for spending part of your day with me while I'm beading things. It means a lot to me, and I am very grateful to have you in my audience and in my life. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Before we went any further, take a look at these pave beads or pave beads. They are absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful and sparkly. And if you're new to my show, hello, I'm Becky and I love sparkles. So yes, 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 perfect and beautiful, exactly as they are. Speaking of sparkles, look what is inside of this cage. It is a giant crystal. Look at that. It is beautiful. All right, so my big beads are going together right up there. And then we've got 2 turquoise beads. I don't know if they're actual turquoise or if they're dyed howlite. They got a real dyed howlite feel to them. In addition to the round turquoise beads, we've also got a couple of spacers that have these, like, they look like molars to me, some blue molars. There we go. And then we've got 2 blue rondelles with kind of a luster finish on the outside. 2 aqua blue long drops. And 2 small aqua blue rondelles. I'm going to open up the bead mix because I imagine that there will be more beads to go with that. Should I do the spacers? Yeah, let's do the spacers actually before we do that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bead caps in this bright silver color. Sort of on the larger side. We have 2 rhinestone sparkly bead spacers. We have 2 rhinestone rondelle spacers. We have 4 large daisy spacers. 4 metal disc spacers. I'm going to be putting all of these guys together. And then we've got some pink heishis. And heishi beads are generally, what is it called? Polymer clay. Oh, there are so many different beads in here. All right, let me pull out my turquoisey guys, and it looks like we've got some of the same type of turquoise beads as these round ones, but they are a different size and cut. These ones have some faceting on them. but it looks like they are the same dyed howlite. They go really, really great together. And then we've got some turquoise tube beads as well. It is so much fun when we get different types and shapes of beads in these bead mixes. And then some super sparkly, looks like teal with a light lustery finish drops. And the same color of bead, but with a heart shape and also faceted. I'm just gonna wiggle this so it sparkles because I love sparkles. I'm gonna scooch all of these guys together. And these small hexagonal coin beads are more of a, not necessarily a teal as well, but they're closer on the green side than turquoise. So maybe aquamarine. I'm gonna stick them over here with these guys for right now. And then we've got 4, I think these are 10mm crackle glass with a matte finish, pink beads. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 7. Yeah, 7 of these fuchsia rondelles. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these lucite beads. And lucite is kind of a resin, so they're very lightweight, but they are little flower shapes. And then this shape, I keep calling it like a football shape, but I think they're faceted ovals. It looks like they've got a bit of an AB finish on them, and they are clear. And then we've got some, this is lightweight, so I'm going to guess that this is an acrylic bead with a metallic finish on it. These are going to be great in earrings because they are so lightweight. They're not going to pull on your ears very much. But look at that faceting and shimmer. That's pretty cool. Little metal beads. And then we've got some rondelles with some, looks like the crystals inside of here have an AB finish on them. And there's several of these rondelle spacers with the crystals. I'm going to go ahead and put these over here with these other spacers and bead caps. And then these bead caps have little swirls on them. That's the underside. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. You know, honestly, kind of perfect to go with these all together. Kind of perfect. All right, so little swirl flower bead caps, and then we've got these smaller filigree bead caps. Over there. And some little metal hearts. It looks like the hole goes from one end of the heart to the other, side to side, not top to bottom. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Fantastic. Okay, so that is the bead mix and the bead strand sorted. Let's pull these out before I put everything in here, because some of these might get sorted in with the others, or they might not. It'll also give me a chance to pull out my findings, including these ear wires and the lobster clasp. I'm going to stick them right over here. And this is a connector. It is a Green Girl Studios connector. Look at the detail on that with the swirls and everything. This is pewter. And love is the key. I love this. This is going to be so much fun. What a great focal to have added to this. All right, and then we've got these rondelles. They are pink and blue. Kind of beautiful. I feel like these beads were the inspiration for the rest of the kit. Oh man, but they're pretty rad actually. All right, and then we've got some pink heart beads, and they have a matte finish on them. But the glass has this swirl in them. I'm gonna stick these with my pink beads. And then we have some fire polish beads, and these 4mm fire polish beads look like they've got turquoise on one side and then black with an AB finish on the other side. They're just half and half like that. That is pretty cool actually. All right, so we've got all of our beads. Let's get them put away. I've got my blues with my teals in here. I've got my turquoise and aquamarines in here. I've got my pinks up here. And then I'm going to get my 2 and 2 beads right there, because I've got, these are sort of 2 and 2 over here as well. And then another set of beads that are 2 and 2 right over there. These guys I think will go in here. And I'm just going to real quick separate out the bead caps from the spacers since I've got room for it. So bead caps. And then spacers go in here. And then I've got some extra spaces, so I think I might go ahead and open up these 2 arabesque beads that I got. I purchased these separately. They're not part of the kit, but I'm going to use them with this kit, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick them with it, especially since I've got some spaces in here where they will fit. There we go. How does that look for a kit? This is going to be a lot of fun to create with, I think. And there we go. The Grateful Heart Softflex design kit. And that is the design kit that we'll be working from for the month of September before the new one comes up. And usually when they do the reveal for this, which is going to be on this coming Wednesday, which doesn't really mean anything to you because you won't see this until after the official reveal is done. But after they do the official reveal, they also will put extras available for purchase on the website. So if there are any extra bead strands, they'll have that. If there's any extra bead mixes, the Jessie James bead mixes, they usually will have some of those, and you can purchase those. Like if you absolutely love this bead mix and you want another one, you can purchase that. Or if you missed out on purchasing the whole kit, you might be able to just get the bead mix and maybe toss in some of these arabesques. Just purchasing the bead mix though will not get you this really cool Green Girl Studio connector, but they might also have some of these available for purchase separately as well. So let me get this all wrapped up, and then you guys can go start making things with this. And again, I will put the links to most of these things in the description below. See you later. Happy beading.